Good afternoon, crypto community. I hope you're doing well. Today we've got some smashing Cardano news. Really good news actually, as the Vasil upgrade successfully launches on the testnet. Probably the reason as to why we're seeing a 31.69% surge in the actual trade volume here for Cardano. Cardano is currently ranked 8 in the crypto ecosystem amongst all other cryptos with a lovely market cap of $15.2 billion. So we're still looking really strong. Last month we have seen some downside movement, of course, from 0.65, and now we're just chopping around the mid-range of the $0.4 level, as you see, trading at $0.44. So then things are really good for Cardano at the moment, that's to say the least. As we see, here's the on-chain stats for Cardano through June of 2022. We've seen lots of wallets, 3.42 million now. We're up 1.81%, so more wallets are being created, as we can see. Native tokens is up, transactions is up, policies is up, delegated wallets is also up as well. ADA staked is down, but that is quite normal in a bear market scenario. We can also see on the top 100 rich list for Cardano right here, as of June 6, the unique addresses or the wallets holding Cardano has been going up. So basically June 06, 3.367 million. Today we're seeing 3.433 million. So we've got 3433k, 3367k. We're up about 80,000 unique holders from around about a month really. So a lot of accumulation is happening at these particular range levels for Cardano and many other blue chip projects, which is really good to see. So here is the news that I wanted to basically share with you all, because this is what's so important right now. As we see, Cardano Vasil upgrade successfully launches on the testnet. With the Cardano testnet hard fork complete, all that remains is to fork the mainnet, which will come in about 4 weeks, or when developers have had enough time to prepare their tools for the upgrade. Project developers, stake pool operators, SPO, and exchanges are now encouraged to deploy their work on the testnet to ensure integrations run smoothly when the mainnet gets the Vasil treatment in about 4 weeks' time. So it's just round the corner once again. Let's not miss this. We're happy to report that today, 2020 UTC, the IOG team has successfully hard forked the Cardano testnet. This is one of the tweets that we saw from input output over here. Once completed on the mainnet, the Vasil hard fork will allow faster block creation and scalability for decentralized apps, otherwise known as apps or dApps, running on Cardano. Input Output HK, the organization that produced Cardano, said in a Sunday tweet that in addition to performance upgrades, developers will benefit from much improved script performance and efficiency, as well as lower costs. Vasil will also enable interoperability between Cardano sidechains, one of the main features developers intend to launch in the current Basho phase of the blockchain's development. Basho is the fourth development phase for Cardano that focuses on scaling, and then will be followed up with the Voltaire phase, in which governance will be the main focus. And you can find all this stuff on the Cardano website as well, so it's really interesting to take a look at. But we're now going to look at the price action of Cardano. What is happening with Cardano? Are we going up? Are we going down? Well, we can see, year to date, Cardano, we are down from $1.54, so we entered the year quite strong. All-time high, of course, we had just below $3. We may have actually hit $3 on some exchanges, I'm not entirely sure, but we're now surfing around prices of $0.47, prices of which we saw in the bear market after the euphoria distribution phase, the bear markets of 2018. Leading up to the impulse highs of, the all-time high set of $1.11 of 2018. So we're back down to basically this level. You can see, interesting level, because we could still come down lower. I mean, it's still possible to see even prices like $0.15. I think extremely unlikely. The first level we would probably drop to is about 0.34. But it's interesting to say the least. So what's happening with Cardano at the moment? Well, I still believe that major buy zones could potentially be reached between $0.39 and $0.27. This is a major buy zone for me right here. As you can see, it's always going to remain as a big buy zone. And the next major buy zone for me will actually be between $0.18 and $0.11. If it ever happens, it probably will never happen, and if it does happen, the price will not hover there for a long time at all. So these are buy zones to me. Of course, you don't have to copy me, but this is what I think is going to be the most effective, ready for the next impulse and crypto bull run. So following the big euphoric top over here of $3.10, wow, crazy stuff. We've been in this big descending channel on the macro scale since basically December 2021. 6 months continuous downtrend, swing low, swing high, swing low. You know, we still didn't put through the next swing high, which we would be speculating would come up to around $0.6869. It just hasn't happened. So residing within this descending channel, we are printing ourselves a bit of another descending channel, quite funny enough, as you see, but through lower highs over here as well as lower lows at the same time. So we're skating in this kind of very sensitive area. Now, some would probably say on the daily time frame that actually this looks, unfortunately, a bit like a head and shoulders pattern. I'm going to show you right here. Where is my little head and shoulders pattern? Right here. So it does almost look a bit like a head and shoulders. I don't know if I'm going to draw it out this way, whether it could truly be a head and shoulders, but you sort of see what's going on. It's a bit messy. You got the left shoulder, you got the head here, you got the right shoulder. It is a messy speculation, but you can kind of just see the left shoulder, the formation of the head. You can see sort of it's more of a descending triangle really, or a symmetrical triangle, but either way you could speculate it is forming or trying to form that particular pattern, but I do think it's more of a symmetrical triangle on this particular time frame. As we can see right here, we are just skating through, and if we can get a bounce to the upside, I'm looking at $0.49 on the shorter time frames. If we break through the resistance here, I'd like to see Cardano at least reach $0.6 once again. Of course, we can lose support here. It's very, very possible. If we go to our 4-hour time frames, RSI is looking all good. We're not overheated. If we flip into the 1-hour time frame, again, so much chopping around these price levels. Look at the volatility, 0.44 all the way up to 0.46, a really, really sensitive level that we must hold, especially along here. This is very, very sensitive. We don't want to lose the 0.44 level. We may see continuation to 0.43. If we lose the 0.43, we're going to come down to 0.41. If we lose 0.41, well, we're coming down to 0.38 into those accumulation ranges that I was speaking about just before. Of course, this all depends on the trajectory of Bitcoin and what could happen there. But personally, I think Cardano is looking very, very undervalued. If we look at the 20-day moving average on the daily, it's looking fairly neutral. We got rejected at the 20-day, but on the weekly, we really are underextended. Now, when we're underextended, usually it's a good time to start buying crypto. And when you're overextended, just like here, over here, you can start thinking about taking your profits, especially on the weekly time frame. What else have we got here on the daily side of things? 200-week moving average. We don't have that print. We haven't got enough data, unfortunately, but the Bollinger Bands and the volume, again, it doesn't look extremely bullish, but this is for the short-term scenario. I think long-term, Cardano is going to be one of the big successes, of course, like it already is. And some of the price targets that people are already putting out there are pretty crazy. For me, where do I think Cardano is going to go by 2025? Well, I think, we can take the swing high to the swing low. We can use our lower ranges on the fib extension right here, and we can look at $3.89 to maybe $4.85 by 2025. And I think that's a pragmatic target. It's not being overly bullish. It's not being too bearish. But of course, these things do take time. So it could just be a few years of just chopping around these kind of price levels before, the next Bitcoin halving. And then we start getting the rally to the next resistance, come down, and then through the next resistance. And that's where it's like, oh, hang on, something's happening here. And before you know it, you're already all the way at $4 again. And that's the way it's going to happen. So don't sleep in these bear markets. I mean, this area, this range, in my opinion, does offer a really, really nice area for reaccumulation and in an undervaluation zone represented by an extreme fear market, and that's where most of the profits made, guys. That's where most of the profits are made. Of course, you don't have to grab Cardano, but if you want to buy some today, make sure you use the link in my description or the comments section. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe, like, comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Leave suggestions, get yourself into the Discord channel as well, and join the telegrams like the Learn to Trade and the Crypto News and Insights. Much love from Jake. Take care now. Bye.